Well, hello, Heights Church. Pastor Cheryl here, and I'm excited to continue our thread of our Summit Up Devotionals this month of how do we love as the body of Christ. I'm going to be drawing from John, the 13th chapter, verses 34 and 35, and these are words from Jesus. Let me set this scene up for you a little bit. This is during the Last Supper. Jesus and his disciples have gathered in the upper room, and they have participated in taking the wine and the bread. And Jesus tells them that someone is going to betray him, and Judas has left the room. And then he goes on to say to them these really great words that we can take to heart today. So now I'm giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. You should love each other. Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. You see, I think it's so important to realize and recognize that Jesus, as he's having this Last Supper with his disciples, takes time to emphasize how valuable their relationship with one another is going to be in the days ahead. And I would like to say how valuable our relationship with one another actually is as well. He's pointing out that as we follow him, for others to understand and recognize that there's something different about us, is that we would love one another. That will be the sign to the world. Now, he didn't say we have to always agree with each other. That's not what he's saying here, but he did indicate that how we handle those disagreements and those differences is really important. So let's take a look at how do we actually behave differently. You know, it's actually all about our choices. And here's a truth, my dear friends, choices are always a personal responsibility. You see, we have to make a choice to love. We need to make a choice to have patience with one another, to leave space for mistakes. We need to make the choice to believe the best of one another and to live into a culture where grace is what permeates the atmosphere. Keeping short accounts of the wrongs that have been done against us, and instead of holding grudges, we need to lean into extending grace. One of the best places here at Heights Church that we feel like we can show that love and to grow in relationship with one another is through our community of life groups. It's a great place to practice what Jesus has said, for us to love one another so that others in the world will know that we are different. And we're getting ready to launch our life groups here in a few weeks. And I want to just encourage you, if you aren't part of a life group, will you pray about leaning into one? I can assure you that you will grow in your faith. You will grow in your understanding of what it's like to live in a community of believers. And we will show the world together that there is truly a difference because we follow Jesus. Thanks so much for your time today. I pray that you are blessed. And I challenge you again, consider joining a life group, and will you choose to live with choices that would extend the grace and the love that Jesus has extended to you to others around you. Blessings.